These are some things that I did for the new year. I went to a photo booth and had my picture vainly taken so that I could have a visual representation of what I look like going into 2026. I wrote a letter to myself so that I could read it 1 year from now. I wrote a list of things that I want to leave behind in 2025, and then I burned it. I wrote down my 3 big goals that I'll be working pretty much the entire year to hopefully achieve. And I even wrote 13 intentions for 2026 that I burned one by one leading up to the new year until I had just one left, just one to guide me through this year and let the universe take care of the rest. Was doing all these things a little bit excessive? Honestly, I think yes. Part of me was also so desperate for a fresh year that I kind of did anything and everything, but really at the end of the day, all I have is the present moment. The end of the year is always a busy time, but I think it is a perfect time to slow down, have a moment to rest, and think about how you want to shape the next 12 months of your life. Hello guys, happy new year. Almost new year. I'm filming this the weekend before the new year. By the time this goes up, it will be the new year. Honestly, I love the new year. I love the feeling of a fresh start, of being able to reflect and set goals and new intentions. In between the holidays, work, traveling, December has been an insanely busy month. Honestly, I feel like I've barely had time to think, but I set aside this one day today, do all my favorite things, read, journal. I'm gonna go to a cafe that I've been wanting to check out. I feel like I say that in like every single video, but I want to go to this one cafe because it has a photo booth. I want to have like a new photo for the new year. I'll share more about my New Year's resolutions throughout this video, but something that has kind of always been at the top of my list are my health goals. Earlier this summer, I shared that I was diagnosed with PCOS a couple years ago and I got some lab work done. PCOS isn't something that can be cured. It's more of like lifestyle changes. I don't want to get too deep into the details, but long story short, I've been dealing with some flare-ups with my symptoms related to PCOS. Going into the new year, that's like kind of top of mind for me. I purchased a women's health test and a cortisol test through LabCorp On Demand. I'm getting a metabolic panel done, blood test, cholesterol and lipid panel test, a diabetes test, and then a thyroid hormone test. And then I'm also getting my cortisol levels test, cortisol being like the stress hormone. I feel like a grandma, but wanted to get this testing done like right before the new year so that I kind of have a benchmark for where I am. I think I purchased my test like last week and then I got my appointment for today. They have over 2,000 patient centers nationwide. There was a ton of different ones that I could have picked from. I think it's time for my appointment, so let's go in. Alright, I just got my blood drawn. My arm is feeling a little sore. I brought a banana with me because I had to fast for 12 hours before getting my blood drawn. It was a fairly quick process. I just checked in with one of the iPads. They're super speedy with the results too. I think last time when I got my PCOS test done, I got my results back within like 2 to 3 days. But LabCorp On Demand offers over 100 different tests that you can purchase online without a doctor's appointment. These are the same exact tests that your doctor orders, except you're able to purchase them yourself. I purchased my test and scheduled my appointment online literally through my phone, but you can also do a walk-in appointment Monday through Friday. You'll be notified through email when your results are ready. I'm really excited that I got these tests done so I can kind of track my progress throughout the year and throughout my life. I know when you're young you can feel kind of invincible, especially if you haven't really dealt with any health problems. Especially since I know I have PCOS, my health isn't something that I just want to put on the back burner. It's something that I really want to focus on. To me, it's really important that I feel empowered in the health decisions that I'm making. These tests give me information and help me know what's actually going on in my body, and honestly will affect a lot of the decisions that I'll make about my lifestyle, including what I'm putting in my body, how much I'm sleeping, etc. But anyways, if you want to check out LabCorp On Demand for yourself, I'll have all the links and information down below in the description box. Thank you so much to LabCorp On Demand for sponsoring this video and for partnering with me to share this information with you guys. Despite how fast this year went by, I think I'm ready for a fresh start. So I'm gonna eat this banana now so I don't pass out. So cold.
Jordan?
vlog it. He's surveying the cars. It's very good. Very good. Or you can make pork. Eggs. Christmas time. I see my hair flying everywhere. 밥 먹고 쇼핑하고 밥 더 먹고 또 버블린. Hello. I am recovering from a cold, which is why I sound like this. I actually woke up feeling okay. It was the first time in days where I feel like I have a clear head. I'm also still slowly working on my decor. I put together this little frame. This is like a vintage metal frame that I've just had in my house for years that was unused, and so I found some pictures to put in, a couple Polaroids of when my friends and I went camping this past September. It's kind of hard to see on camera, but I realize I am still sick because I talked for like 2 minutes and I feel winded, so. my matcha and my journal, which means we are so back for 2026. Happy New Year, everyone. One of my goals this year is to actually drink less caffeine, which has been hard because I work at a cafe, but I feel like coffee doesn't really give me energy. It just kind of makes me jittery, and so my goal is to just drink tea and matcha throughout the week and then only drink coffee on the weekends as like a little treat because I do love the taste of coffee. I want to take some time talking about my New Year's goals and some of my resolutions for this year. To be honest, 2025 was kind of a rough year for me. I thought I would be able to get like a full-time job this year. I was hoping to move out. I feel like I still accomplished a lot, like getting to solo travel around Europe. That was one of my biggest goals of 2025, and I did get to do that, but there were also a lot of things that didn't go how I thought they would. Yeah, we're hoping for bigger and better things in 2026. Not off to a great start. I got a nasty cold a couple days into the new year, and I am slowly recovering from it. I have a couple big goals and then also like smaller, more habit-based New Year's resolutions. Honestly, one of the reasons why I like making these videos is because speaking it out loud into existence, I realize really helps me actually visualize how I'm gonna get to that goal. I think a lot of the time when you have something like a goal or a desire that feels really precious to you, at least for me, sometimes I have a hard time sharing it because, you know, what if it doesn't come true? What if I fail and don't reach my goal? Which I think is a very natural fear to have. But I realized that sharing my goals and my dreams with other people, especially people that I know care for me and are supportive of me, switches my mindset from, oh, I hope this happens, to it's happening, how am I gonna achieve this? And that switch in mindset, I think, is really the key to achieving like the big goals that you have in your life. But to start off with some of my smaller ones, the first New Year's resolution I have is to stop car rotting. I have this really bad problem where anytime I come home after hanging out with friends or coming home from work, I will literally just sit in my car for, I kid you not, 30 minutes to an hour just scrolling on my phone. Partially it has to do with the fact that I live at home, I'm surrounded by my family a lot of the time. Oh yeah, side tangent, I bought a car in 2025. I don't think I ever mentioned that on my YouTube channel, but I paid it off in cash. So that was something I was really proud of myself for doing. Because I live at home, oftentimes my car is like the only place where I'm able to be truly alone, if that makes sense. Kind of like my own little sanctuary. I have heard that sitting idle in your car is actually really bad for you and really unsafe, so that's another motivator for me to stop doing this. I just feel like it's kind of a waste of time and something I've just gotten into the habit of doing, and I would like to stop. So I will say so far, I have been doing it successfully. Another new goal I want to have is to cook one new dish a month. I feel like I used to love trying new recipes when I was younger. I would always be on Bon Appetit's website looking through and seeing like what cool new things I can make, and I kind of stopped doing that, partially because 3 years ago Bon Appetit started putting up a paywall on the recipes, but other than that I would like to cook more and just have more recipes under my belt. Another one which I'm kind of carrying over from the year before is just less time mindlessly scrolling and more time reading, watching films, just getting more inspiration from the real world instead of social media. Things that were made from the heart instead of things that are made for the algorithm. I think this is the fourth one. To invest more in myself and my future. I feel like I kind of started to do this last year in like buying a car and spending more money on things that I know would actually improve my life. Small and random example is like floss. Obviously you need to be flossing, and I've heard that throughout my entire life, and I was always kind of sporadic about it, to be completely honest. But then I bought this floss called Burst, this black floss that expands when it gets wet. And ever since I bought that floss, I have flossed every single day, and my gum health has improved so much. The reason I bought this floss is because my dentist told me that my gums were receding and I had the gums of a 40-year-old, and that's when I knew I needed to make a change. Proactively buy things and invest in things that I know will improve my life. One of those things being potentially grad school. I am starting an online certificate this spring, and it's through the Harvard Extension program, which you don't need to apply to get in. Anyone who wants to take it can take it if they pay for it. But just kind of in preparation of, you know, getting my mind back into school mode, study mode. Still not 100% committed on grad school, but
it is definitely a possibility in my future. Last kind of goal resolution that I have is to weightlift more regularly. In the past, my main form of exercise was mainly dance, and dance is great for cardio and all, but I don't dance nearly as much, especially after I graduated college. And so past year, yoga has kind of become my main form of exercise. Definitely want to incorporate more strength training, more weightlifting into my routine. I think that'll be really good for my health, also helping with my PCOS. And overall, I just want to feel stronger in my body. My quantitative goal is to be able to do 5 unassisted pull-ups by the end of the year. I don't even think I can do 1 right now, but that's the goal that I have. Finally, just to talk about some of my big goals. I'm a little scared to mention it because this is kind of my one true wish of 2026. It is to move to New York. I feel like New York is a place where every time I visit, I'm like, this is the city I'm meant to be in. As some of you guys may know, I did an internship in New York for a couple months, and being there for that amount of time was honestly very transformational in how I viewed my future and what I want for my life. Originally, I wanted to move out into Seattle first, get my own place, experience living alone for a bit, but I think deep down, that's not what I really want. Honestly, I don't have an exact plan. I don't know how, when, or even where exactly in New York I want to be. I just know that I want to be back in the city. That is my one true wish for 2026. I would also love to solo travel to a new city. If you're watching my channel, you know that I solo traveled quite a bit this past year. Truly such a freeing, amazing experience. I'm not planning to do like a big trip like that anytime soon because that was almost 2 months long, but I would love to visit somewhere new. And my last big goal of 2025 is to land a quote-unquote big girl job, whether that's like a 9 to 5, just anything full-time. I've been doing my own content, I've been working my barista job. The past few months I've also been doing marketing consulting for a couple small businesses in the Seattle area. Especially if I want to move to New York, I can't sustain myself fully just doing my own social media, and so a full-time job would definitely make things more feasible for me. This is just me putting it out into the universe. I don't know what's gonna happen, and who knows where I'll be this time next year, but yeah, those are my main goals and ambitions for 2026. For me, it doesn't really feel like the new year until around March or so when the spring equinox is. I would love to hear about your goals and ambitions. Like I mentioned, I think it's easy to kind of keep them inside and keep it as like a secret to yourself. I found that sharing them with other people, especially a community as supportive as this one, which I'm so lucky to have, makes their dream feel a little bit more possible. It's okay if it doesn't happen, but knowing that there are people on your side rooting for you, I think sharing them has more of an impact than you think. Anyways, that's all I have for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!